Hello, everyone, and welcome to At Odds with the Unbreakable Spirit.
Daniel True.
Yeah, we are so close to episode 200. It is insane. I am Matthew Smith, aka the Unbreakable Spirit. We got 3 topics because WWE likes to do events back to back for some stupid reason. So why don't we run through them? Topic 1 is the results of Wrestlepalooza. Topic 2 is Stephanie McMahon being inducted into the Hall of Fame. And I'm sorry you guys can't hear Travis, but topic number 3 is the prediction battle for NXT No Mercy. Alright, so I'll start off. It's weird not starting off with a topic where we need the timer, but we'll go through this, and we almost predicted the order of the matches, and that's just crazy. Alright, so a lot of people have been saying Wrestlepalooza was bad. Hot take, I actually enjoyed the show. I can hear you now. What do you think of, what is your opinion on Wrestlepalooza?
A loser. It was alright, honestly.
Yeah,
Wasn't
anyways.
good. Wasn't
Yeah.
that bad. It was in the middle.
Fair enough. Alright, so the match that started off the show was John Cena versus Brock Lesnar.
Was this match necessary on John Cena's retirement tour? No.
Was John Cena getting by Brock Lesnar? Did neither disappoint on his retirement tour?
Yes.
Necessary? No.
Yeah, it was just a pointless match.
And while Cena did get some offense, I still believe it was a squash.
Yeah.
The second match was the Usos versus The Vision.
With LA Knight as the referee, for some reason.
Yeah, the match was okay.
Honestly, I thought the match was very entertaining, and it made the Vision look very good. It was a really solid turn, a very chaotic but also very entertaining tag team match, I will say.
Yeah, I feel like all the referees will be very lenient at this event.
Yeah.
But in the end, when the dust settled, Division 1 means Daniel drew first blood.
And I will say, the Vision honestly looked really, really strong in this match, I will say.
Yeah. Did they need to beat the Usos?
Yes.
Maybe?
Maybe?
Is it helping their careers? Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip number 3 and go to number 4 since I actually remember the order of events of this show. So we were both correct where Stephanie McMahon is our new women's world champion.
Yes. The match was amazing, because of course it was.
Well, yeah, Stephanie and Io Sky, I feel like whenever they wrestle, they cannot have a bad match.
Yeah.
Alright, on to number 3, which was the penultimate match of the show, the mixed tag match, the first match in 10 years for AJ Lee.
But like I was saying, are we sure this was a mixed tag team match?
Like I said earlier, the referees were being very, very lenient.
Yeah, very lenient, and this was one of the best matches of the night. And what makes this more interesting is both teams, both husband and wife, you realize this is like the third time ever that WWE has done a mixed tag team match where everybody in the match is a real life couple.
Mm-hmm.
Edge and Beth Phoenix when they faced Maurice and The Miz. the second one I believe was I think involved Daniel Bryan and The Miz versus Maurice. And this one,
Wait, do you mean Daniel Bryan and V Bella versus Miz?
yeah, I think those were the two, but I would need to double check.
Because you just said Daniel Bryan and The
Yeah,
Miz
well,
versus
whatever,
Maurice.
whatever. Yeah, well, great, whatever.
Hey, I'm just calling you out, dude.
But
No need to get so angry, jeez. Anyways, AJ Lee made the Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch submit, giving me a point.
all right,
And the
okay.
main event, even though honestly John Cena should have been the main event for the undisputed WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre.
And by the way, I've heard actual reports that the supposed the supposed plan for this match was for Drew to win the title and be having Randy Orton accidentally costing Cody the title in said match.
Yeah?
But they scrapped it because WWE.
Yeah.
Overall,
Anyways,
Cody
yeah,
won
that
over.
I overall won the predictions, and the show could have been better, but it is what it is. I'm now gonna
Yeah,
stop sharing to allow you to see our faces because we have something else to talk about that doesn't require a table. We'll be right back with topic 2. And we are back with topic number 2. The earliest reveal for a Hall of Fame induction since we
ever.
have started watching professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Stephanie McMahon Levac is being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Now, first, how it happened. Undertaker randomly showed up, drove his
Yeah,
motorcycle up. We're all just like, the hell's Undertaker doing here? Stopped his motorcycle right in front of Stephanie.
why
Grabbed
was
her mic. He's like,
Stephanie opposite Shield Corner?
I don't know. Grabbed her mic. He's like, hey, Stephanie, Stephanie. How if I sit there, hopped up the barricade? So he was like, hey, I was in a fight for Vegas. You were there. And here I am at Wrestlepalooza in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Cheap pop from the crowd, obviously.
And here you are again. Mark was just being, I don't know if he was just being funny, but he was like, are you following me or something? She's like, yeah. He said, I have known you for a very long time, Undertaker. Mark just randomly started doing the DX thing. Are you ready? And Stephanie was like, woo, yay. And you could tell Stephanie had zero clue about this.
Yeah,
Zero clue. Like the same thing happened when her husband got inducted earlier this year. He had zero clue. Not even Stephanie knew.
yeah.
So then, yeah, Stephanie, it was announced that Stephanie's gonna be inducted. Honestly, is Stephanie someone, like, let's just ask the obvious question. Does Stephanie McMahon, with everything she's done for the WWE, deserve to go into the Hall of Fame? Honest question.
I honestly think so, to be honest.
Why do you say
And
that?
also, think about it. Undertaker's kind of getting a receipt for when Triple H said, I always get the last laugh and announced Michelle's induction.
Yeah. Okay, for those of you that don't know what we're talking about here is earlier this year,
Prior to the
under
start of WWE LFG,
yeah,
Undertaker and Michelle McCool were promoting it,
no,
and then
first Triple H was giving a town hall. Then Undertaker.
oh, okay, sorry, I was just gonna cut to Michelle's. I didn't know you wanted to cover the Triple H announcement as well.
Yeah, but Undertaker was Triple H was there giving a town hall. Undertaker came out. First Shawn came out, then Undertaker. Triple H was like, was I supposed to read wrong the script? Like, this wasn't what the hell? And they told him, he's like, you're already in the Hall of Fame as
a part of
DX.
Generation X.
And I think it was about time. And Undertaker and Mark jokingly said, it's like, hey, don't be surprised if you see Nick getting thrown off the roof. He said that.
That just shows that Undertaker's a funny guy.
No, sorry. And then he said that about Nick. Then, like you were saying, when they were promoting LMG, Triple H randomly popped in, was like, he's like, hey,
I always get the last laugh.
he's
And
like,
announce Michelle's induction.
in the same class.
Yeah, so that was in like February or March. So fast
Forge.
forward the 7 or 6 months later, not even in 2026, Stephanie McMahon is announced to be one of the inductees, potentially the first ballot inductee for the Hall of Fame class of 2026.
Yes. And with what Stephanie has done, it is honestly gonna be interesting. And the main thing that a lot of people are legitimately wondering online is Stephanie's father even gonna be there with shit, he's got going on?
That is a good point.
And I heard that Shane Starr was like, hey, congratulations for getting with Doug Shane into the Hall of Fame.
I mean, with all the stuff Shane has done,
Literally.
another hot take, he definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
But overall, I mean, like,
All right.
overall, my final thoughts are this, is that I was a bit honestly surprised, and it's probably gonna be, let's be real about this, probably gonna be Hunter who inducts her,
I
maybe,
mean, they are husband and wife.
into the WWE Hall of Fame. But overall, glad. What are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are, hang on. I think that, honestly, I think eventually all the McMahons, even the controversial ones, are gonna be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Like
Vince?
$72 at least, is the second McMahon to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. The first being Vincent J. McMahon, her
Yeah,
grandfather.
yeah. All right, we'll be back with topic number 3.
Yep.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the third and final topic of this episode. It is time for NXT No Mercy.
I feel like it's fitting that last week we had regular predictions, and then for the No Mercy pay-per-view, we're doing a prediction battle with a punishment.
Would you like to tell everybody what the loser has to do?
Yeah, if my buddy slash arch nemesis, Daniel Travis, loses, which I hope he does, he has to watch the animated travesty, not making fun of your last name, that is the animated movie adaptation of Injustice. The only injustice that was is calling that a movie. And if I lose, which I really hope I don't, I have to watch a bad movie of his choice.
Yep. Well, there are, alright. The match in order are as follows. We have the first match is for the NXT Women's Championship. You have Jordan Jane. What's her name? Jordan Jane?
JC Jane.
Sorry, Jay-Z Jane versus versus Lola Vice for the WWE NXT, the NXT Women's Championship. Who do you got?
Well, first off, I want to say that I'm going to say that Fallon Henley could get involved so that So I would most likely choose JC. I only say that because Jasmine Nix is not renewing her contract.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, but some reviewers might not. But I'm going with the beautiful and fierce Lola Vice.
I guess I'll go with the champion.
Well, you can't have to since this is a battle.
Yes. The next championship match is for the Women's Speed Championship, which is Soruka
Yeah, that okay. So Ruka versus who? Wait, is it Speed or North American?
Speed.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
Who do you got?
Well, this would give Saruka a chance to be a double champ. Isn't she the NXT Women's North?
Yes, she's both.
Well, I guess we might as well, I might as well go with her retaining. I really need to face some heels here.
I don't know if it's Soruka. I don't know. Genuinely don't know.
I don't believe so. Don't know if that's the right read, but whatever.
Okay, the
On to
next
the next
match,
match.
probably the main event. You have Oba Femi versus Ricky Saints for the NXT Championship.
Yeah, next team might want to get security on Saturday, as it would happen this past Tuesday.
Yeah, who do you think is
And
gonna win?
as of this recording, TNA might want to get security tonight to not have a repeat.
Yeah, okay.
Do I go smart? I feel like this is two guys people like going against each other.
Yeah,
As far as I know, Ricky is a babyface. As far as I know, Obafemi is over with the crowd.
yes.
Well, I think it'd be good for Ricky Saints to win and WWE call up Oba. I have to go with the ruler, Obafemi.
Alright, I'm gonna go with Ricky's. The next man moving on is All Ego, Ethan Page versus Taven Heights for the men's
For
North America.
the North American?
Yes. Who do you got?
Okay, let me mark that. I really hope Tavon wins so we can get rid of that stupid Canadian flag strap championship.
Right.
So that's what I'm going with. And I put in the wrong slide. I don't know if that's
Okay.
how his name is spelled, but oh well.
And the next match, a match that has literally been building since Evolution, since I was there. You have Jordan Grace versus Blake Morris. What is her name? Morris?
Monroe.
Monroe
Monroe.
versus Blake Monroe in a
In a weaponized steel cage, right?
yep. Who
That's
do you
just
got?
a lethal lockdown.
Yeah, okay, good.
I'm going
Who
with
do you
it now because that's literally just a TNA lethal lockdown.
yeah, alright. And the last match is Josh Briggs versus Javon Evans.
I'm gonna have to fish this later. So Josh Briggs versus the young OG.
Yep.
How did Javon go from challenging for the NXT title to a throwaway match on at No Mercy?
Uh, honestly,
Well, I
the
said I would
NXT
choose a
title
heel,
match.
so I guess that'll be Briggs.
Honestly, I'm s- I'm surprised that this is a triple. I'll go with wait, who you going with? Javon?
I'm going with Josh if I can get my cursor to work. Technical difficulty. Dang it, Briggs is right next to. Why are you not working though? You know what? I'll do it off camera.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, we getting
Anyways,
that.
that is all we have
That's
for
it.
What?
I said, that's all we got. We
Yeah.
got 6
See
matches.
you all next week with our final week of wrestling for a few weeks. See ya. I really think NXT needs to run more games for November.